What's going on, everybody? Ercan with Suds to Success podcast, back again with another quick tip video. Today's quick tip video is on headlight restoration. Now, headlight restoration is something I used to do like literally every day, standalone service. People would call me just for headlight restoration. I've kind of shifted away from that and made it so you have to have it as an add-on. So if you're getting a coating or a detail or a wash, it's going to be an add-on just because my OCD goes in. After I do the headlights, there's a bunch of runoff and stuff. I'm like, and then there's overspray and this and that. I'm like, And then also it's kind of the thing where, you have a super clean pair of headlights and the rest of the car's dirty. For me, that's kind of like, is it really going to work? So one thing I want to mention about headlights, nobody's going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you. Ford Escapes, cars that have kind of like the ledges on the top half of the headlight is exposed all the time. So like kind of those Ford Escapes, I forget what other cars have them, but you'll know when you see it. It's kind of like the top of it is like faded and then the rest of it's clear. Me personally, in my business, I've never restored headlights that are that kind of premature in terms, just because nothing's going to really last as long as the factory clear coat unless you're going to PPF them. You could coat them all day. It's not really going to last. I think PPFing it, or, if you really want to do clear coating, but I never dabbled into that just because me and paint and overspraying and stuff like that, it ain't really good friends. So I just want to let you know, just if it's not too bad, and like if it was like super clear, this is kind of like a test spot of polish, but if it was like super clear almost and then there's only a few parts, I would say, listen, customer, save your money, wait till it gets a little bit worse. I know that sounds a little weird, and you're kind of giving up free money, but at the end of the day, would you rather have a customer coming back every year telling you, hey, my headlights fogged again, hey, my headlights fogged again? Or would you rather tell them up front, say, hey, you probably have another 4 or 5 years before it gets really bad, then we can do it, and then we can PPF them? Or if they're down to PPF it right then and there, then I would say, yo, take your money, So what I do, so normally I do 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. There's a lot of people who start at 500, go every little grit to all the way up to like 5,000. I believe that's a waste of time and nobody's really going to realize it's a pair of headlights at the end of the day. If they're clear enough where you can see through, the light can shine through them, that's all you need. Unless you're really sitting here like this and looking at every little grit line, nobody's going to do that. I've done 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for almost 6 years now. What I have available to me right now, though, thank God this guy's going to get free, is, I don't mean to say that, but I have 1,500, 2,000, and 2,500. So at the end of the day, are they going to be the clearest headlights? No, but are they going to shine light through them and be really, really clean and sleek looking? Yeah, absolutely. So to get right into it, because I start yapping a lot. I got my little handy dandy stool helping me out. I've got a pump sprayer. It's got just regular car soap in it, not too much. And what we're going to do is first tape off this line because we did a 2-step correction. So I'm fine with overspray because we're going to prep it and then coat it. I just don't want to scratch the paint. So we've already obviously washed this car, so we don't really have to do much prep work. If you were going to do this before a wash, though, all you pretty much want to do is wipe it down with something where you're taking off all the bug guts and stuff like that, or whatever's on there. And then that way you can get a little bit of a cleaner sanding. So we're just going to wet the paper, and then I'm going to fold it. I have chunks like this big, so they're not big at all. You don't need any bigger. Also, one thing I should note is if you do it with a block, like a little tiny block where you put the sandpaper and then you put a block here, it will be a lot more even. At the end of the day, we're not really going for perfection here. We just want to make it look good. So just keep that in mind if you are doing it for your customer. I've done it for years like this, so I mean, I'm not too worried. So I'm not pushing at all. All I'm doing is kind of gliding it over. And you can see I'm doing really, really small strokes and overlapping it. And all you want to make sure is that this sandpaper and the plastic are well lubricated. At the end of the day, is this going to be the cleanest headlight restoration? No, but this is the one where you make money, you get a clear headlight, and your customer will be happy. So without wiping it off, I'm just going to go straight into 2000. And you saw how I only went in horizontal lines. Now I'm going to go in vertical lines. So okay, now we're just going to grab a kind of a dirty towel, give it a nice wipe, dry it off. So as it dries, you're going to be like, oh my God, I ruined these headlights. It looks terrible. This is a good sign. You can kind of see that, okay, there's nothing really missing. This is this was not coming off, so I don't know what that is, but you probably won't have that. This car was wrapped before and a lot of weird things going on with it, but everything is sanded down. You could definitely see the lines. If you wanted to go finer, you can. All we're going to do is cut it, and then we're going to polish them out. So you're going to want to shake your compound really nice. I'm using CarPro Ultra Cut. I really like this compound. It's been working really nice. Pad. I'm using a microfiber cutting pad. It is beat up. At the end of the day, it's a headlight. I'm going to use I'm not going to get a brand new pad for it. There's no real need. We're going to shake our compound. Apply, not too much. Small little area. 3 kind of little P dots. Okay, now you probably want to take off the tape before you polish. Don't be like me and have tape get stuck in your polisher. But you're just going to take this off. As you can see, it's starting to get a lot clearer now. I used a little bit too much compound. This pad is kind of caked in with something else. So I'm just going to grab a gold standard pad real quick and be right back. Okay, so we're going to swap it out for our gold standard pad. That did not line up right. We're just going to... Perfect. Okay, we're going to shake. 1 spray. And then we're just going to go to town. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to wipe it off real quick. So, a lot of headlights you'll do will have the same problem, so I'm going to address it. Is you'll see things that are kind of like, whatever happens here is kind of like fading, cracking, whatever from the inside. It's kind of wild, but there's literally nothing you can do other than take off this headlight and replace it with another one, to be honest. So it's plastic. Don't worry worried about a little bit of heat. That's fine. You will still see some scarring. On the front, actually, is not too bad. It's mainly on the side. I believe this headlight was, I don't know, tinted and then taken off, or something happened to it where it's like just absolutely beat. So even the sanding didn't really do much. But obviously you can see there's a huge, huge difference. Your customer's not going to be sitting there saying, oh my God, I can see a little bit of scratching. They're going to be like, oh my God, my headlight is clear now. Then at night, when they drive their car, they're going to text you the next morning and say, oh my God, dude, night and day difference, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to notice that the little scratches. So you're just going for the clarity. Now, in terms of aftercare, you're going to either ceramic coat them, you're going to PPF them, you're going to clear coat them, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. I'm going to stop the video here. Afterwards, it's up to you. I usually will ceramic coating, but if the customer doesn't really want PPF, we don't clear coat it. Just, I ain't no body shop, and trust me, you don't want to see me with the paint gun. Actually, that would not be good. Then level of clarity. At the end of the day, what's acceptable is literally this: it was really bad before. The customer probably didn't even realize how bad they were. Then now they're clear. The customer's going to realize and say, oh my God, they're clear. So that's when it's acceptable. If there was like sanding marks still left over, okay, absolutely, give it another go, try it again. But there are scratches in here like this. That was definitely there before. All these little imperfections inside the headlight. There's nothing you can really do about it unless you really want to chase it and go down that rabbit hole. But we're not in the business of doing that. So again, sand it down 1,500, or I usually do 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That comes out a little bit cleaner than what this would. Then we cut it, so with the compound, and then we polish it. That's it. Ceramic coat it after, or PPF it, and call it a day. Charge $100, $150, $200, whatever your market is. If you're going to PPF them, obviously they're going to be a lot more. But yeah, that's all it is to headlight restorations. Make it an add-on service, make it a service standalone, whatever you want to do. This is your boy Ercan, another quick tip video, a banger if you ask me, because this is a money maker. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If it helped you out in any way, please like it and subscribe. Comment down below, what would you like to see me cover in the next quick tip video? And as always, everybody, take care.